welcome back to FLYT TV. We're reacting to the young generations are a problem in hip hop. I was supposed to I think I reacted to now the video for older generation got deleted. I can't lie because of space and that because it ain't finished downloading because of space. So we gotta just react to this. Why my generation and then the lower generation are a problem.
Channel is about to become a commentary channel. You know, faster uploads, faster topics. Hey man, it is what it is. But skip all that. Let's go ahead and get right
Yeah.
into it. Now, if you're watching this video, you already know that I uploaded a video before this called Old Heads Are the Biggest Problem in Hip Hop. And I wanted to make this a follow-up video by stating that young heads are also a problem in hip hop because it's a lot of stuff that the youngins do that I don't like as well. And the clip I'm going to be reacting to today is Casanet reacting to Killer Mike winning a Grammy. I got quite a bit to say about this right about now. I'm going to just go ahead and let the video play out.
So let me
and
see
then
the
I'm gonna give
comments on this one. Yeah, let's react to it. Let me just react. We're gonna react to it, bro.
my reaction.
Drake and 21 Savage.
Okay.
Killer Mike. Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Nas.
Yeah.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And the Grammy goes to Killer Mike. Michael.
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Everybody calm the down. I don't know who this is, okay? Hey, brother, God bless you. Congratulations. Positivity you, praying for you, bro. Positivity out the window. Who decided this motherfucker? Who the decided this motherfucker? Hornos! Utopia! Metro Boomin! My God, let me tell you something, bro. I'm not jacking this, you are?
Drake.
Now, I don't know how long this video gonna be, but I do got a whole lot to say. Now when it comes to both the old heads and the young heads
Yeah.
response to this particular clip right here of Killer Mike winning a Grammy, I am sort of in the middle ground when it comes to both sides because I do understand what both sides are saying. With that being said, I'm gonna share my opinion on the whole thing. And at the end of this, I would just want the old heads and the young heads to find a middle ground. And I want to be fair on both sides because I know I'm about to say something that both sides are going to disagree with. And I understand why you disagree with it. But at the end of the day, it's still my opinion. Now, first of all, I want to say this. I did a video previously about how I feel like the young heads should know who Killer Mike is. Because if you are an avid listener of hip hop, in my opinion, I feel like you should know about him being a part of one of the biggest hip hop duos in recent time, which is Run the Jewels. And I would advise the young heads to actually check out Killer Mike's music. And I can also say that about the old heads as well. If there is something you don't understand about a particular new rapper, I would advise you to check them out and just see what they're about. I feel like you can honestly give an opinion once you actually listened to the music yourself. With Killer Mike winning his Grammy, I would advise the young heads to actually go check out his album because it is something that I did and I actually like the album. And I do feel like
this is a problem. When we do not like a rapper, he win. I said, how is he winning the album of the year? So I was saying this. You know how like you don't like how do you think like how did he win? Cause like this guy Killer Mike, I don't know him. I don't know this rapper, and I have to, like, I don't know this rapper, and how did he win? Like this. I've been hearing about his name a lot of time, but I don't know his music. So what do I do? Listen to his music. It's simple. Have you ever thought of like listening to the rapper's music so you can understand why he won?
That
Okay, that's what you need to be doing.
the album was Grammy worthy because there are tracks on that album that tackle deep topics. There are tracks on that album that are tear jerkers, that have the ability to make you cry. He dedicated a song to his mom that passed away. He has a song on there where he uplifts like junkies and people who are at low points in their lives. And there are also tracks on that album that I feel like would appeal to the younger crowd, because I know the younger crowd, they like to get lit. And I feel like Killer Mike has songs on the album that can get you lit, like the intro track, Down by Law, the song on there that's
I
produced
will
by
listen to that. I will listen to the album myself because like, you know, he's not from my generation, but I'll have to listen to it because me too. I was surprised. How did he win that award? Maybe he just have good music that his generation likes. So listen to the music, and what would you think? He makes good music. That's all. Just listen to his music and see what you know it is of his music. Instead of hating,
Just
man.
Mafia is supremely fire, and I feel like it'll get the young dudes lit. So by me listening to the album, I feel like a young dude who has an open mind and is not gonna go into it just hating off rip, because I know that's what both sides like to do when it comes to listening to
Like
either
too much
styles.
hating, bro. Bro, maybe he did not like his music. That's cool. I don't know what was that. But you don't got to be doing that. Hating off the rip saying, bro, who is Killer Mike? Man, his music trash. I don't know.
Was of
I just
music.
know his music
I
trash.
was guilty of it at one point. Just as off rip, just
Yeah,
hating
hey,
and
man.
just not even giving it a
Yeah.
chance. I hear one line and I'm like, nah, I'm turning it off. Nah, man, actually sit down and listen to the album and take it all in. I did the same thing with Travis Scott's album, and I was able to give my review and my thoughts on that album as well. And upon listening to both albums, I will admit that Killer Mike's album was better. So with all this being said, I want to tell the young heads, just like I tell the old heads, give the OGs a chance. Actually understand where the OGs are coming from. And because Castanet, I think he said it in another clip, he said it in this clip actually, that he's never heard of Killer Mike and he's never listened to him. I would advise you to listen to Killer Mike, just like I would advise the old heads to check out all the new rappers too. Not all of them, but some of them, so you can get an idea and understand it. And this is just to people who are not closed-minded. I'm talking to people who are open-minded and and don't have a problem with giving stuff a chance and then giving their honest
Just give him a
opinion
chance.
afterwards. So that's the middle ground that I'm talking about. Now, another thing that I wanted to get into is my video on Killer Mike, where I talked about the artist Black Thought. And here's where I feel like the old heads are about to disagree with me, but I'm about to explain myself vividly here. In that video, I said I would understand if the young cats didn't know who Black Thought was versus them knowing Killer Mike and Killer Mike's album. Because just by me being an avid listener of hip hop, I hear about the Killer Mike album through hip hop media sources. I was hearing that the Killer Mike album was good months ago. I was hearing a whole bunch of people talk about how great the album is, how the album is Grammy worthy. I was hearing stuff like that versus Black Thought. I don't think I've ever heard a Black Thought album where people was like, oh, this is finna win some Grammys. I don't even remember hearing people talking about a Black Thought album. Now, notice I'm saying Black Thought and not The Roots. And this goes back to my overall point. If you're an avid listener of hip hop, I feel like you're more likely to know about Killer Mike than Black Thought. This is what I was saying in my video because a lot of people was getting it confused. And I think I explained it well here, but I'm going to go into even more detail with my explanation. I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with a quick story time right quick. Now, my sophomore year in high school, this was my very first year being in the ROTC program. So I was basically new to the program. While I was in the program, my sergeant major, her name was Sergeant Willis. I was basically like a teacher's pet, you know, but in a good way, in an ROTC kind of way. Basically, I went to the events, participated in marching in the parades. I was always, you know, getting good grades within the program, kept my uniform intact. And I was a part of, we had sections in our ROTC program, and I was a part of the Alpha Squad. And I think, like in the middle of the year, we had what we considered our prom, which was the military ball. And within this military ball, we had our version of prom queen and prom king. So for our military ball, it was like, who's the king of Alpha team? Who was the king of Bravo team? Since I was an Alpha team and I was my sergeant major's favorite, she wanted me to be King Alpha. Now, the crazy thing about this is that they let the students vote who would be king and queen of each branch. So I wasn't a popular kid. Even though I was a good kid, even though I was Sergeant Willis's favorite, I wasn't popular. And this is going to go into my overall point later on. So since I wasn't popular, I lost to a dude named, he was my homeboy, and he was popular and kids knew who he was. His name was Cortez, basically. He was a popular dude. He knew everybody. Everybody voted for him. When it came down to people seeing who was nominated for King Alpha, they was like, who is this guy? We know him, but we don't know him. And me being a person I am, even at the time, I understood that. I literally understood it. And I was just like, this makes sense. The kids are going to vote for whoever's popular, and they're not going to even think about the person that's not popular, which, again, like I said, it made sense. But my sergeant major was not having that. One day I was in class. She literally walked up to me and said, I don't care if he won. You're going to be King Alpha. She literally said that to me. And I even tried to tell her that I don't want to be King Alpha. I don't have a problem with, you know, coming to the military ball and I'm somebody in the audience, but she was just like, no. She felt like I deserved it, I worked for it, and all of that stuff. But like I said, even me being the person I am, I didn't care because I'm somebody who's always said that I don't need to be crowned or I don't need a trophy to basically let me know that I'm a hard worker or that I'm doing the right thing. I don't need awards for that. Like, I commend myself on that, you know. And I felt like that whole King Alpha was a popularity contest, which, again, I understood that. Long story short, I was King Alpha. She wasn't going for it. She was just like, this is not going to happen. She said, no, it's going to be you. And that was basically the story time. Now, the reason I say all that is to bring it back to the Grammys. Now, the reason I say this is to say that popularity is important when it comes to hip hop. Popularity is important. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that, but it is true. And I understand it. With that being said, I feel like Black Thought shouldn't have been a part of the popularity contest. Now, I know some of y'all might say, well, that's you contradicting yourself because why are you saying Killer Mike deserved to be? Because just like I said before, there are a lot of people that know who Killer Mike is versus Black Thought. And I can't be upset if the young heads don't know who Black Thought is. Here's another example. And here's how you can tell that I'm not biased, even though people are going to say that I'm biased anyway. My top 3 favorite rappers are not mainstream rappers. My top 3 favorite rappers of all time has never changed. Number 1 is Esham. Number 2 is Kool Keith. And number 3 is K-Rino. Those are my top 3 favorite rappers of all time. Now, if any, let's just throw this scenario out here. let's just say 1 year, Esham gets nominated for a Grammy. I am literally gonna be like, how the hell did that happen? And I can't be upset if a lot of people, old heads and new heads, don't know who Esham is. I ain't gonna be mad. And you know what's even more crazy? I feel like Esham is more legendary than Black Thought. That can be a whole nother conversation, but I feel like Esham influenced a whole lot of stuff more than Black Thought did. Now,
I heard about Black Thought, and then I haven't heard about Esham, but like, it is what it is.
I'm being more influential than Black Thought, in my opinion, and the majority of people still won't know who he is. And I even understand that he shouldn't be nominated for a Grammy because he's not popular. So there is no way anybody can say that I'm biased. You can't, because just like I said, Esham is my favorite rapper of all time. Even I would understand, just like I told the story about me being in ROTC, I understand why I'm not winning, because I'm not popular. So this is basically the end of the video. Hopefully I didn't ramble, and hopefully I made sense, because I am freestyling this video and I did have to stop at a lot of points and go back and listen to what I was saying. So hopefully it all came together nicely. And the last thing I'm going to say about the younger crowd is that pay attention to how you're reacting to stuff now. A lot of y'all young dudes act like y'all ain't going to get old. Do you really want to act like Joe Budden when you're old? No. Let's just say that you get older and now you listening to the new music that's out. Are you going to be this person that's going to be like, man, ain't nobody rapping like how Playboy Cardi used to rap in some BS. Like, get this out of here, man.
Ain't nobody listens to, ain't nobody rapping like K-Flow used to be rapping. Man, back in my days, bro, when Alpha was like with Birth, man, I was listening to legendary hits music. Bro, hit after hit. Bro, I don't want to be doing that, man.
Don't sound like Travis. This is trash. I honestly think most of y'all young dudes gonna be like that when y'all get older. That's gonna be crazy. Because just like you have that section of old heads that's hating on the new stuff, I feel like there's gonna be a large majority of y'all that's gonna be hating on the new stuff that's gonna come out when you get older. And with that being said, bro, boom shakalaka wham bam. I didn't just, man, that shit was deep right there. But I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. GB signing out.
So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to even share this video. Adios. See you later.
Good job, show. Tryna make it better for the people. Tryna make it special song for you, girl. All you really thinking I ain't cheating. And baby, you know I'm in the studio. I wait for you to hear my song when they're playing on the radio. That's why I be on D&D and write songs, you know. So when I talk, yeah, I be glorified.